Well, it was a big day at Jones Stadium, everybody. Old Red was all fired up. The Saddle Tramps getting the crowd, some 31,000 in attendance ready to go, and Texas Tech took the ball with a mission. Robert Hall across the middle on the third play from scrimmage. That complete to Anthony Stinnett for 13. On the next play, Robert Hall will look to pass, and he finds dependable number 3, Rodney Blackshear. And look at this, gained 9 yards and fought his way and took on most of the Arkansas Razorback defensive secondary. 4 plays later, and in motion, Robert Hall straight back, complete over the middle to Lloyd Hill, who was the leading receiver with 5 catches on the day. That good for a gain of 11. On the very next play, 1st and 10 from the 43. Robert to pass, screen pass to Anthony Lynn, and a good diagnosed play, and it picked up 10. 4 plays later, the drive will stall. Lynn Elliott steps up. 46-yard field goal is up and good. And Texas Tech, 51-yard drive, 12 plays, and they're on top 3-0. And certainly the Tech fans are in agreement with that score. Well, Arkansas has the ball. E.D. Jackson takes the pitch right, and Brian Dubisky with a great hit. Gain of 9 there. On the next play, Price will get the dive, and he is smacked down by Harry Dias and friends for no gain. That brought on a second down situation for the Razorbacks, and Bradley is stacked up before he can get outside by Licio and Wingo, and the Hogs have to punt. Rather to punt, Tracy Soul deep. The ball is blocked by Steve Carr, and there is Sean Jackson returning the blocked punt for a 1-yard return, and the Red Raiders are certainly in great field position. Let's pick up action, 2nd and 10 from the 40. Robert Hall wants to pass across the field to Vincent Brandon, and that's good for a gain of 19. On the next play, 1st and 10 from the 21. Robert options left, keeps inside the 20, inside the 15, gain of 7. 3 plays later, Robert sets up, finds a weakness in the Arkansas secondary, and it's a touchdown to Rodney Blackshear. Little sidestep, little wiggle. Here's a replay. Robert Hall to Rodney Blackshear, and boy, that's a pleasant sight. 40-yard drive, 6 plays, 2 minutes and 21 seconds as Lynn Elliott makes 7s out of 6s, and the Red Raiders are up, make it 10-0, and that certainly is a very good-looking scoreboard, isn't it? Well, let's pick up action. There you see the Tech fans on Arkansas's next drive, 1st and 10 from the 20. Price will be on the dive. He is stopped. Gain of 1 by Steve Carr. On 2nd and 9, Jeffrey will take the pitch to the right side. Sean Jackson hitting Wade Hill, the quarterback, but there is Sean Jackson again. Gain of 1 for the Razorbacks. That stymied the Hogs. The Red Raiders took over, and Anthony Lynn takes the ball on the draw, heads outside, gains 8. 3 plays later, Robert Hall will roll right, complete in front of the Tech bench to Lloyd Hill. Good gain of 8. At the end of the first quarter, it was Texas Tech 10, and the Arkansas Razorbacks nothing, and the route is on. Well, let's pick up action in the second quarter. Tech driving. Anthony Lynn with the ball, drives, hits the ground, fumbles, and the Arkansas Razorbacks will come up with it, and this will be their only sustained drive of the day. First is Caldwell on the reverse, big gainer down the left sideline, and he will get 20 before he's pulled out. 5 plays later, 3rd and 7 from the 15. Dickerson on the reverse again, evades defender and picks up good yardage before he's stopped by Anthony Wiley after a gain of 9. 2 plays later, E.D. Jackson tries the left side of the line, no going. Steve Hoffman holds him to a gain of 1. On the next play, Hill with the option to the right. He is stopped by Gerlich and Carr. Gain of 1, make it 4th down. Bradley will get the call, knifes over the right side, touchdown. So Arkansas is on the board. That was a 48-yard drive after that turnover, and it is 10-7. 4 plays into Tech's drive. Robert Hall, quarterback drive, and look at those good feet as he picks up 14. On the next play, 3rd and 1 from the 31. The Bammer, Bam Morris, takes the pitch left. He moves the pile, doesn't he, as he gains 8 yards. 1st and 10 from the 39 now. Hall, short drop, throws across the field to Blackshear. He tries for the first down and just short, but picked up 8. Make it 2nd down and 2 from the 47. Robert wants to throw, complete to Jeff Hulme. The senior from Georgetown picks up 16. 4 plays later, 2nd and 8 from the 27. Hall complete over the middle to Lloyd Hill, and Lloyd takes a shot but holds on. First and 10 from the 12, and look at this. As good a run as Anthony Lynn has ever made. Great contact right there. Anthony dives in. Touchdown, says the official. And the Raiders complete a 78-yard drive in 9 plays. Lynn Elliott with the extra point. And at 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half, Texas Tech 17 and Arkansas 7. Now watch what happens. On the second play, 2nd and 6, Jeffrey will go up the middle. The ball is stripped and fumbled. Right there to garner it in is Harry Dias at the 29. So, well, let's make it first down. Robert will roll left. He will scramble, great blocking downfield, and he will gain 11. And so Tech is really on the drive. Let's move 2 plays later. 2nd and 6 from the 13. Bam Morris. And look at this. He will break a tackle all the way. Touchdown, Texas Tech. We're going to show you a replay. Almost afraid to say this, but shades of Earl Campbell. Look at big 35. The Bammer breaks him, goes into the end zone. What a threat this kid's going to be for years to come. Then Elliott will add the extra point. 28-yard drive after the turnover. 3 plays, took 55 seconds. Texas Tech 24, Arkansas 7, still 5:52 left in the half. Well, let's pick it up with Arkansas having the ball. 4 plays into the drive. Hill complete in front of the Arkansas sideline to Botkin. Ehrlich stops him after a gain of 15. On the next play, Bradley will take the pitch. He slips, but stopped for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 now from the 44. Bradley will head up the middle and cut outside. He's going to go down the left sideline. Tracy Soule knocks him down after a gain of 12. Arkansas adds the touchdown 6 plays later to cut it to 24-14 at halftime. And the Red Raider, well, he's upset. Let's pause now for the Going Band from Raiderland, the greatest band in America, as they pay a great tribute to our armed forces. It was coming out good. the second half action, and Tech is on a mission. Let's pick it up with Arkansas's first possession, and let's pick it up 2 plays into that drive from the 20. Edie Jackson takes the pitch to the right side, cuts upfield, and will gain 17. Almost gone, it looked like, before Brooks and Dubisky pulled him down. 2 plays later, Bradley tries the middle, but no go. There's Mike Licio, loss of 3. Let's move to later action in the third quarter. 10 minutes, 16 seconds left, and Tech at the 20. Robert Hall complete on the short screen pass to Lewis Sheffield. Boy, that's a great-looking play. And Big Lewis will gain 15 before he's pulled down. 2 plays later from the 37. Hall back to pass. He is sacked. And the drive ends. Mark Bounds has to come in to punt. And watch this. The first time it has ever happened. A 46-yard punt. Ball is fielded by James. He gets around the corner. He is down the sideline. The 40, the 50, now the 40, past the 30. Tracy Saul knocked down Arkansas. Can you believe it? Texas Tech is dominated, but after the extra point, it is Texas Tech 24, Arkansas 21. Well, not to worry. Texas Tech on the first play from scrimmage. Robert complete to Anthony Stinnett. Good for a gain of 15. 2 plays later, Robert Hall still at quarterback. Short drop, throws the ball over the middle. It is complete to McDowell, and Anthony will pick up 20. First down and 10 from the 41. Bam Morris on the delay handoff up the middle, and he gains 9, and he is helloed, isn't he? Well, let's move it down 4 plays later. 2nd and 18 from the 34. Robert still at quarterback, completes over the middle to Lloyd Hill. Good for 10. Watch on the replay. The ball, you talk about concentration. This ball rested on his thigh pad. Look at it. Ball is thrown on his thigh pad. He holds on and makes the completion. 3rd and 8 now from the 24. Robert to pass. Now he scrambles straight ahead. Gains 20 when all is said and done. And the Raiders don't like that 24-21 score. They're knocking on the door. 4 plays later. Make it 4th down and 1. Robert runs the option, skips into the end zone. It is good, and Tech goes 80 yards in 13 plays. Lynn Elliott with the extra point, and 2:36 left in the third quarter, and Texas Tech moves to a 31-21 lead, and that's more like it. Now let's listen. Pickup action in the fourth quarter. Robert Hall still at quarterback. 2nd down from the 24. He finds Lloyd Hill all alone, and it is complete. 41-yard gain. Lloyd a little upset. Show you another look at that, and watch as Lloyd Hill runs right down the middle of the field and comes wide open, and there is the completion. And Lloyd, well, you might think that he wanted to score after he makes his feelings known. 2 plays later, 2nd and 4 from the 29. Bam Morris will take the pitch left and gets good blocking up front by Jason Duval and picks up 8. 2 plays later, 1st and 10 from the 21. Lewis Sheffield up the middle. Nice hole by his offensive line. May score. Ball is free. Ball is kicked into the end zone, but the ball was called down at the 1-yard line. On the very next play, Lewis Sheffield, who scored his first touchdown as a Red Raider last week, has his second. Scores from the 1-yard line. Texas Tech 38-21, ending seems like 1,000 years of frustration as Lynn Elliott adds that extra point. A historic meeting, and all we can say is phooey, pig, goodbye. And if you think the game didn't mean something, listen to Spike and the boys addressing the students. Better, isn't it, Coach? come out there and really put the whip up on Arkansas.
Yeah, it is, Eddie. I think anytime you win, it's a lot more fun, no question. Thought we played good today. I thought our guys played hard. They played a heck of a football game. The 25 seniors that walked down that ramp for the last time, that doesn't mean much to people unless they've been there before. And if you've ever been on a team and you've been around for a while, and it's sort of a sad feeling. And I know it was for me, and it was for a lot of our team. And I'm just glad that they go out with a victory. And Arkansas today they were a game team. I thought time you lose your quarterback like they did last week, and there's no apparent backup, you got to play a guy that's been redshirted and has not been practiced like Wade Hill. That's hard on you. It really is hard on you. And so they had a strike or two against them when they started, but I thought they played hard, and I thought they really hung in there and did a great job. And Jack Crow and his staff have done a good job all year coaching because of the fact that they've won a lot of football games that they didn't do too good statistically, but they did good enough to win, and so I really commend them for that. But today we just kept answering the bell. I thought our offense did a great job. They were good and consistent all day long. The defense really was consistent. We gave up one drive, 80-yard drive, and another time they went 50 yards, and they've got good, strong players, and they got good backs, and Wade Hill did a fine job playing quarterback. He really did. So you got to give them a lot of credit for that. The worst play of the whole deal was the punt return, and they return a punt for a touchdown, make it 24-21. And the first thing you think about is here we go again. But our guys never even, they responded very favorable like you would hope they would. Took the ball, went down, scored the next time, and then stopped them the next time they had the football. And in fact, stopped them every time thereafter. So it was a nice win. It really was.
It felt good. It's really hard to say it. Like you said, I don't think it's sunk in yet. I'll probably be sitting at home tonight and just start crying, and not know what for. But I've had a great career here, and last home game in the hole, and it feels great. It feels good.
Well, Coach Dykes has been harping on me since the beginning of the season about my punt return, and today I was just fortunate enough to where they left a big hole and got in there and got a good block.
But it seemed like Arkansas wasn't there. Did you just catch them off guard, or?
No, we'd been watching them on films. Coach Dykes had designed this play, I guess, where when they went out, we just swam over the guard and the tackle, and there wasn't anybody there, and I just came clean and was a clean shot of the punter.
Yeah, it feels real good. We felt like we could win the game going in, and kind of things carried over from the Texas game last week. We felt like we played good enough to win that game and came out on the short end of the stick, and we put it all together this week, and offense played a great game. There's nothing else to be said about it.
Defense must feel great. You guys have had 3 back-to-back great games. Last week didn't win it, but, you guys, what's going on? It's clicking so well.
I don't know. It's just I think we've all kind of gelled, at the beginning of the season. We had some people coming in that we hadn't played together. We lost some people, and now we're finally coming together about the last 3 or 4 weeks, and we're really playing good. And in my eyes, I think we're as legitimate as anybody's defense in the conference now. And everybody knows it's going to be a tough game when they come in to play us.
The last game, I'll see in Lubbock, in Jones Stadium. It's been fun here. It's been an experience. It's a feeling that I never forget, coming from Chicago and coming down to Texas, West Texas, I had a great time here. It's been fun. And I just like to, thank West Texas for having me, in Lubbock.
Well, it was real good to go out on a winning note, and today we played like the team we're capable of being, and that started off 3 weeks ago, and last week we played great. We should have won, and we didn't, and we were really confident going into this game, and it's great to end your last game in Jones Stadium with a big victory.
Yeah, we do have an outside shot at the bowl. The guy from the Independence Bowl, I believe, was here yesterday, and he was looking at this game. We like playing the role of spoiler. Arkansas, we took them out, I think. They're probably not going to be in a bowl now because of what's happened today and what's transpired. What has transpired is that Tech has 2 more games to play. We win them both, we'll probably go to a bowl, so that's definitely an incentive for us to play hard, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do, rise to the occasion.
You guys now, as a senior, what's your best of this year? You've only been here 1 year, but talk a little bit about what's your best thing you remember here at home.
The best thing that I remember about here? have to be the people I deal with, you know, the coaches and the players and stuff. It's been a great experience for Mark Bounds, and I gotta thank Tech from the bottom of my heart for letting me come here. You know, this is where I wanted to come. A lot of people say this wasn't my number one choice, but it always was. You know, it's my number one choice. This is home. This is where I want to be.
Yes, we were determined to come out this week and play a great game. Offensive line came out, moved the ball, moved them off the ball, just gave us open to run, and it was great.
Scored the first 2 times you had the football, and that had to be a big key to set the tone in your favor.
Yes, when we went down and scored those balls, you know, Arkansas knew we was ready to play. Arkansas have a great defense, but we just played today. We played great.
It was our last game playing here in Jones Stadium, and Coach was telling us, you know, this would be a game that we remember for the rest of our lives. So I guess everyone had a little extra effort today and trying to make it a memorable experience.
You had a nice run of 20 yards down to the 1-yard line and would get the satisfaction of carrying it in the end zone too, but the 20-yard run was a nice run.
It was a great blocking by the offensive line. They made some adjustments on the trap, and as I ran through the hole, I saw the cutback, and I just went for it.
Offensive line played well today too.
They really did. They practiced well all week. They've come together as a unit, and I think they'll play great throughout the rest of the season.
On a roll here late in the year with 2 more games to go, this team can win out and have the winning record that everybody has wanted.
Yeah, that's our objective. We want to win the last 2 games and give the city of Lubbock and Texas Tech a winning season. We think they deserve it.
All those seniors a year to remember, if not for everything that you wanted, at least from that standpoint.
Yeah, so we can look back over our senior season and over the years and know that we finished with a winning record.
Really, you guys formed Spike's first recruiting class as head coach. Do you feel a little extra closeness to him?
Yeah, you know, we realized that, you know, and, you know, I talked to him about it like Thursday night after the meeting, how the guys are really going to try to win this for him. You know, it was his first class, and we just wanted to have a big victory.
You also wanted to send Arkansas off to the Southeast Conference with another loss to the Red Raiders.
Yeah, that was a sweet feeling too, you know, because, you know, they had been saying other things about going to the SEC and the Southwest Conference, this and that, but we just wanted to go out and play a great game.
More than just another game, though, because I saw you over there with the student body at the end of the game talking to those folks, and I saw some emotion on your face.
Yeah, it was a big game, and first time in 25 years we've done that, and for some strange reason we've just not ever played those people very well. And of course, they've had good teams during those 25 years, and but I'm proud of the fact that we beat them the last 2 years. Our guys have hung in there. This is the best game we've played probably this year. We played a great game last week, I thought, and unfortunately we lost the ball game and turned right around and played a good one this week. So the old cliche about you can't play 2 good ones in a row doesn't really hold much. That's not much truth to that, because, you know, really the last 4 games we've played pretty decent for our football team, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the seniors for really showing that leadership and hanging in there together, and I'm proud of the other guys for responding in a way in which improvement is quite obvious, I think, and that's a real credit when you've sort of got your back to the wall like we did 5 weeks ago, and there's not much anybody can do for you. You've got to sort of do it for yourself, and the only way you get out of there is sort of fight your way out of there, and they responded well, and I am really proud of what they've done the last 4 or 5 weeks of this season, and hope the best is yet to come.
Talk a little bit about Baylor. You guys have not played well down in Waco in recent years. Maybe you break another trend.
Yep, that'd be great. Maybe we'll break a lot of things like that. I think the worst thing about Baylor for us is the fact they've got a great football team. They top 25 team, had a week off. You know, they're trying to get ranked higher and higher and higher, and so they'll fire every shot they've got, and they've got a lot of bullets. Believe me, they do. So it'll be a good test for our team. I think our people respond, though, and they're looking forward to going to Waco, and we've only got 2 games left, and I just think that it's going to be very surprising if we don't play both of these games right up to the hilt and play the very best of our ability, and if we do that, I think we've got a chance to win both of them.
Some of the kids were talking about a bowl representative being in Lubbock this weekend. Do you talk to them as a coaching staff about let's go to a bowl game?
Well, really, it was sort of a strange thing. Yeah, the Independence Bowl was here, and they were here to look at Arkansas, and Then I said, well, it's a shame, Tony, that you're not looking at us. He said, well, we are a little bit. Said, if y'all beat Arkansas and you were to win the rest of your games, you'd be 6-5, and you'd won 5 out of the last 6 games you've played. You'd certainly be a viable contender, and it really does make some sense. There's a lot of 6-5 teams go to bowls, and especially when you finish strong. I don't think we're going to be on everybody's bowl list, don't get me wrong. But if you go beat Baylor now, if we were to go do that next week, maybe there's a lot of things possible, and who knows? And because this bunch is playing good right now, they're playing hard, and I'm proud of them. I really am. We make mistakes and everything, but I tell you, we've got a lot of guys that hang in there together, and they do a good job of really complimenting each other, and it was a nice win today.
Final thing, the kids are proud of themselves too. You can tell that when you talk to them.
Well, they ought to be. They really ought to be, because like I said, about 5 weeks ago, we went off the Dow Jones board. I mean, our stock was at an all-time low. It's free, I guess, and since then they've responded, and we're the ones that got ourselves in the corner, and nobody can get yourself out of the corner. You got to fight your way out, play your way out, and they did that, and I compliment them for that. And it's not always easy to do. They had a lot of adversity, a lot of bad things happened to them early, and they hung in there. And the main thing is when you hang together and you play together and you really have strong feelings for each other, and you're playing a team sport, a lot of good things can happen. And thank goodness some of that's happened. And so this team's got a lot of fight in them. I'm going to be surprised if we don't play the best game we've played all season next week in Waco.
I'll see you in Waco.
Good deal, Eddie. We'll see you in Waco.